G'day everyone, this afternoon I've decided to come down to the Ovens River right here in my hometown of Wangaratta to drown some worms and see if I can catch a springtime yellow belly. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now the river is very high, but it has gone down a lot. If you look at the tree here, you can see the all the debris and stuff. So the river looks like it's dropped probably 2 metres since it was at flood level only about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So it's come up, it's gone down. We've got a lot of rain forecast tonight, so it's going to come up again. Can I catch a fish in the high water? Well, let's get the lines in and find out. Right, I'm just going to be bait fishing with worms. I've got 2 Jan Jack worms on each rod. It's currently the closed cod season, so I'm not going to be using cheese or barty grubs or big yabbies or anything. Worms are probably my favourite bait in the springtime. Now, because the river's really high and there's quite a lot of current, I'm just going to cast my worms there, right next to the bank, and that's deep enough. And because the ground here is so slippery, thanks to the recent flooding washing all this mud up, I'm actually sitting right here where I can reach my rods without having to get off my chair. My second rod, which is a running sinker rig, 2 worms as well, I'm just going to put that down there. Right, now I've got a new toy that I want to christen today, a new landing net. I don't know where the old one is. I know where the one before it is. I left the one before it on the bank of the Broken Creek down near Catamatite. I'm not sure where I left the last one. It could be on the bank of the Murray River at Mildura. I'm not sure. Don't leave this one on the bank, Robert. Folks, I've missed the hook up, but I've hooked up. I've hooked up on something and it's snagged up. Oh, it's just out. It's just broken free. I don't know what it is. I missed the hookup because it all happened so fast. It's quite a decent sized fish. It could be a carpio. It's a Murray cod, and that's always a risk. That's always a risk this time of the year. But anyway, I'm not going to be upset. I'm just going to unhook it and put it back, and I'm going to christen my new net. This whole bank here looks like it's about to cave in. It's slippery, it's all a bit unstable. Alright, I'm not even going to worry about a photo. I would if the season was open, but anyway, I'll unhook it and put it back. Alright folks, lovely Murray cod. I'm not going to worry about a measurement or anything. I guess probably 55 centimetres. I can't get any closer to the water, but that's fine. See you later, mate. Gone! I'm on the board. I've christened my new net. You beauty. That's the size of the hook I'm using. It's not even as big as my thumbnail, absolutely tiny, and I managed to squeeze 2 worms onto it. Right, I've put 2 fresh worms on my tiny weeny little hook, and I put my line straight back in. Now, cod was not the intended species. I'm hoping for a yellow belly. I was actually hoping that was a carp because I knew it would be too heavy to be a yellow belly. But anyway, I've got 1 fish on the board. But I'll be happier if I can catch a fish that's actually legal, as in a yellow belly that's over the legal size, or a carp or a redfin. I could even catch a Macquarie perch here this evening if I'm lucky. The Ovens River is establishing itself as quite a good Macquarie perch fishery, I suppose you could say, but they're totally protected, so the Macquarie perch is every bit as protected as the out-of-season Murray cod, no matter what size it is. So if I can catch a legal size yellow belly or a carp or a redfin, that'd be the best. Righto folks, it's Beatles o'clock. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. Normally I sing that song at sunrise. It's currently 20 past 5 PM, but it's the first time today that we've actually seen the sun. Just had a little bit of a nibble there then. Something just sniffing around my worms. Yeah, here we go, here's a bite. That was a bite for sure. He's playing with that, and oh, how did I miss that? That was a definite bite. I'll put it straight back in there. It wasn't that far out, Robert. I'll put it straight back in. There's not a second to lose, and we'll see if it comes back. Definitely, here we go again. My nibbler is back. Look at you, see it tapping around, and it might be a carp with a bit of luck. Looks a bit like a carpy bite, and get ready to set the hook, Robert. It's stopped. Is it still there? There it goes. Something there, and got him. Oh, it doesn't feel like a carpy fight. It's not another guru. No, it's a carp. It's a carpio. It was a carp bite. The other one was definitely a cod bite, which is probably why I missed the hook up, because it just went bang straight on. A legal fish? I caught it. Oh, I'm about to catch if I don't lose it. A legal fish. Something that's not protected by closed seasons, bag limits, size limits. Total protection. Ooh, it's big. It's big, and I just got to keep my eye on my other rod here on the left, because if something like this comes along and grabs that, I'll be saying see you later mate to my rod. That's the replacement for the rod that I broke at Lake Kajaligo recently. It's got the Shimano Sienna reel on it, the reel that was on that old rod, but it's actually just a light little trout rod. I have got a new rod coming to put that reel on. That's actually just bouncing up and down a little bit there now. I think it's the current, but I'm just keeping my eye on it while playing out this big fella. So yeah, just got to be careful because I reckon that's getting a bit of a nibble there. Anyway, this bloke's getting close to being worn out, whether he likes it or not. Come on, in the net, stupid. I can't get any further down. Ugh. Ah. The joys of having a big net. Monster. I've got a photo of this one. That's a big carp. I'm guessing probably close to 60 centimetres. Now there won't be any see you later mate footage with this one, but Loretta is going to get a photo for me. Righto, it's not quite 20 to 6. I haven't even been here an hour. But have a look at the way I've rigged that with those big tails wiggling around there. One carp, one cod. Next up, one yellow belly. Look at that, right next to the bank. That fish was caught pretty much exactly where that sinker just went. The cod before was, the current had moved it, it was right up next to the bank. Here we go, getting a bite here and got him. I've hooked up. It's quite a sizable, is that another carp I think? It is too. That's another carp. Been sitting. Right now there might be a break in the footage there because I was in a bad setting. I was in a 15-second setting. But I was just going to say I've been sitting here chatting to some lovely people. And they just, literally just left. They were gone about 15 seconds when I hooked up. Wish I had $1 for every time I said on my channel I was in the wrong camera setting. I can tell you what happened. My battery on my camera was getting low, so I had it plugged into a power pack to charge it. And as soon as I got a bite, I've reached into my white bucket, I've unplugged the cord from my power pack, put the camera on my head, and in the process I bumped the 15-second mode. But at least I realised this time before it was too late. Come on, Carpio. I should have measured the last one so I could see which one's biggest. I think this one might be a little bit bigger. Certainly going harder. Right. I'll grab the old landing net. Or the new landing net, I should say. Because it's the first time I've used it. Got to be so careful here with light line, current, heavy fish. This is a very heavy fish. This is heavier than the last fish. Just watching my other rod here while I'm doing this. Wow, whoa. The old Carpio here is giving me plenty of stick. I love these soft rods for this sort of fishing. They're so much fun. I watched a video the other day, and I can't remember the name of the channel. A couple of young fellas fishing at Cancurran Reservoir, and it was a great video. I really enjoyed it. But they hooked these big carp, and they got them in just a few seconds. And all I could think of was, you young blokes must be using line that's a lot heavier than the line that I use. But isn't it amazing? It's 20 to 7. I've been here 2 hours, and I've only caught 2 carp, whereas at Mildura or Redcliffs I caught 15 carp in 1 hour. But they were all small and skinny, like rats of the river, whereas here they're big fat fighting machines. Right, here we go. Here we go, and almost there, and there. Yes! Ugh, that is so heavy. That is huge. I'm going to get a quick photo, then I'll put it to sleep. The lights are on. It's getting dark. I caught 1 cod and 2 fat carp. I'm always happy when I'm out catching. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Well, that sort of rhymes, but it's should have said watching, but it doesn't rhyme with catching.